Praise to the gods and peace to the elements. Hey world, it's your girl Corinne here, and I'm back at it doing my walk and work. So let's get into it. Alright, so today I want to talk about how herbs have been around as herbal remedies in sports and just our lives for centuries. Did you know that from ancient civilization to even modern day athletes and just people around the world have been using herbs to help enhance performance, speed, and recovery, and basically supporting our overall health, right? So let's start with like ancient Greeks and Romans. Now, these early athletes and or gladiators, right, were known to actually use olive oil infused herbs like oregano and myrtle to reduce inflammation and protect their skin during intense competitions and battle. You've had places like China that use herbs like ginseng and licorice root because they're prized for boosting energy and endurance. And interestingly enough, those traditions are still practiced today. We can even look at medieval times, right? It was discovered that like the warriors and knights would use herbs like comfrey and yarrow to heal wounds, especially after their battles. Herbal tonics from plants like nettle and dandelion were also popular for maintaining stamina and strength. Now, these weren't just random guesses, right? They were solutions passed down through generations, proving the power of natural remedies. Now, we can't forget about our indigenous practices, right, across the world. But even Native Americans, they have been noted for using herbal teas and salves made from plants like willow bark for pain relief, which is a natural source of what we now know as like aspirin, right? So many people around the world, they actually knew what these herbal remedies could do. And they knew that it wasn't just medicine. It was just our way of connecting our people to the earth and grounding the body and the spirit. Now, somewhere along the line, we lost sight of that. And a main reason is because often the potency of certain herbs may not target what you're looking for right away. Or we may wait too long to treat something to where the earth will no longer be able to treat you. Now, I strongly feel that the earth can heal you, right, if you catch it in time. But there are places that herbal medicine just won't help, right? And you need something more extreme. This is where conventional medicine works perfect. Now, although I do believe in herbs first, right, there is a time and place for medicine, but they should be used to treat acute conditions where immediate, often life-threatening saving interventions are required. Now, I had a conversation with a friend earlier this morning, and I had mentioned to him something about how minerals and herbs are produced in the body versus how synthetic supplements are produced and what they do and what they don't do in the body. And I thought that, this would be actually a great topic to share, and I kind of insert it in here a little bit. So here's something to consider. So high quality herbs have been used for centuries, right? And have been used to help heal, treat, and get our generations to where we are currently. These herbs are meant to be used to feed the body and open up already existing molecules, minerals, vitamins in your body, so your body can start producing it naturally. Now, in this conversation with my friend, we were talking about minerals like vitamin D, K, collagen, etc. Now, all these are actually produced in the body naturally or are absorbed and then created in the body. Now, depending on what you have or what deficit means, like how much your body is developing and how much you should uptake, right? And it's based on your current lifestyle. So you might be encouraged to take supplements in form of medication to help. And that's either herbal or synthetic. Now, the question is, will it open up your already existing stores, or will it keep you held hostage to where your body doesn't produce it naturally, right? Your minerals still remain dormant, and your body lives on synthetics for life. So in theory, you're not getting better, you're just feeling better. Let that sink in. So let me give like an example, right? So say you have like a vitamin D deficiency. Now, vitamin D is something you already produce naturally in the body. Actually, real quick, let me break this down in case you aren't aware or needed a reminder, right? So first, it all starts with sunlight. When you have the UVB rays from the sun hit your skin, they trigger something called 7-dehydrocholesterol, right? Which is a compound actually present in your skin already. This gets converted into like a pre-vitamin D3, but that's just one step. It's not active yet. So you do need to still get outside, turn your face to the sun, close your eyes. That's your first step, right? Next, you have a pre-vitamin D3, which travels to your liver. There it turns into a 25-hydroxy vitamin D. This is the form of vitamin D that your doctor usually measures when they do blood tests to check your levels. After that, it then heads to your kidneys for the final step. Now, your kidneys convert it into an active form called a 25-dihydroxy vitamin D, or this is the version that your body actually uses to help with things like calcium absorption and supporting your immune system. All right. Now, once it's active, vitamin D is either used right away or stored in your fat cells for later use, which is why it's called a fat-soluble vitamin. Now, if you don't get enough sunlight or vitamin D from your foods, your body can dip into these reserves, but only for so long. Now, at some point, you will deplete your cells. Now, your vitamin D will go into what's called like a dormant state, as to not causing you to swing into like a death syndrome, because remember, the body is always fighting to survive. So it'll keep enough just to keep you alive, right, until it just can't. And at that point, we have a couple options. You can do synthetic version, in which your vitamin D will still remain dormant because your body will actually rely on artificial forms to survive. Now, the other option is catching it early enough so your body can begin to open up those stores and begin to produce it naturally. This means you won't have to constantly take the herbal supplements for life. It's a means to get you healthy so your body can produce it naturally, okay? So you can start taking herbs like alfalfa, singing nettle, horsetail, parsley, basil, chervil, moringa, just to name a few, right? And that's depending on what's going on with you. And that will determine also the duration of which you need to take it, which is why you need to also get checked for your levels and to see if you're increasing. Once your levels are good, you can just simply stop taking it and take it as needed. Now, your already existing stores will have opened back up and your body will begin to produce it naturally again. Now, I say produce it naturally again because yes, there is a small population of individuals that were born without it. So yes, there's a population that will still need alternative interventions in order to ensure that your body continues to produce and uptake vitamin D. I'm not talking about those individuals here and now. I'll talk about y'all later. I'm talking about those that you did have it and then you became deficient and now you don't have it anymore, okay? Now on the flip side, medicine, right? So most medicine are not produced naturally in the body, which is why when you stop taking the medicine, the problem persists because your body just does not have those synthetic markers to recreate the synthetic supplements you're putting in your body, which means, and this causes you to rely basically on the medication for life. That makes sense? So basically, I'm just saying there's a time and place to take one or the other, but history has shown us that herbs have been around forever and still effective today. So hopefully that rant just made sense, but basically what it boils down to is giving you information to feel more comfortable knowing that herbal remedies have stood the test of time because they work. And even today, modern science is catching back up again to ancient wisdom, right? And we're seeing a resurgence of interest in herbal support for people and more importantly, my athletes, right? Whether it's boswellia for joint health or devil's claw for pain relief or sea moss for recovery, right? These natural solutions remind us that sometimes the best medicine really is from the earth. I'm just saying. Well, hope that was helpful. And I guess until next time, my loves, peace, love, and light. Ciao for now.